14 WILI and 95.3 FM presents Hometown Threads, a closer look at our community and the people that make it go. Every week, you'll hear uplifting stories from our local businesses and our neighbors. Now, here's our host for Hometown Threads, Keith C. Rice.
Welcome into episode 120 of Hometown Threads on 14 WILI and 95.3 FM and Willimantic Today Facebook, Spectrum 192. For those of you who there's still a lot of people who have cable TV. Spectrum 192, Willimantic Today is where you can watch it. Of course, WILI Radio on YouTube. We very much encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, WILI Radio, where you can check out not only Hometown Threads on a weekly basis, but all other great talk shows like Chris Beaudry's State of the Art. Business Connections. Oh, wait, Business Connections isn't up there yet, right? Let's see who I'm looking at. Who else is on there? On the home front with John Murphy, Ravings and Cravings with Ruth, Wyndham Weekly with Ken and Mark, and, of course, Homegrown with J. Matt Rupar. So this is Hometown Threads. Comes your way every Tuesday on the radio from 5:05 to 5:30 at 14 WILI 95.3 FM. Brought to you by Liberty Bank. Be community kind with 3 great local locations across the
I used to work there.
That's right. Well, okay.
Love that.
The interview started already.
Yeah.
We're going to get into our special guest and what she's done in just a sec. Liberty Bank has been with us since day one. Actually, we're coming up on our 3rd anniversary of Hometown Threads. Liberty Bank with 3 great local locations across the street from the radio station at 679 Main Street. West Main Street at 1703 West Main Street in Gateway Commons there, managed by my lovely wife, Marianne. And Route 195 in Mansfield, Liberty Bank, be community kind. J. Matt Rupar, if you'd be so kind, say hello to the fine folks.
Hello.
And a big shout out to the podcast sponsor of Hometown Threads. Liberty Bank is the radio and social media sponsor, the radio sponsor of Hometown Threads. Tripoli Pro Clean Services, shout out to Mark Tripoli, is the podcast sponsor. So you can go to WILI.com to check out not just Hometown Threads, but again, all our great local talk shows. So here we go, episode 120 of Hometown Threads. Finally got her in here because she's all over the place. You know this face. You see this face everywhere, this lovely face, Kasia Dent. I call her KD.
Hi.
KD.
So thank you so much for having me. This is like such an honor. And I was like, me? I really appreciate it. And it's just like, whoa, my life. And then within the last year of just being around here, it's been changing so drastically because my energy finds this amazing, welcoming energy in the community, and this is actually the proof of that.
Well,
Thank
yeah,
you.
I mean, whenever there's a party, usually you'll see Kasia. Kasia's there. She's shown up at my trivia night. Of course, third Thursday, we'll get into that. We just did the Blocktoberfest here. Wherever there's a major event, not just like in the Willimantic Wyndham area, but you even traveled down to Manchester. We'll get into all that.
Yeah.
But
Wherever I can, whatever,
you're always dressed to the nines. Is that the right expression? Dressed to the nines?
Well, yeah, it's a form of therapy for me, actually, and we'll get to that too, because I think it is not only like a little bit of my culture, how I was raised. I'm from Poland, Warsaw. We have a little bit different outlook on like the appearances, and then put a little bit more attention to that. But also, it's my therapy. Like I have been for 4.5 years sober right now, and my motto for life is just to show up every day at my best. And that includes also, the appearance, because it's not only here. The work is, internal. Of course, there's a lot of that going on, but also just, let's have fun.
You certainly do show up, and you've put so many smiles on so many people's faces. And it's I know Chris Beaudry speaks highly of you. You guys you've done a tremendous work helping him with the River Room right next door to the radio station here. But before we get into all that and what you do, as I do with a lot of my guests here in the beginning of Hometown Threads, let's get into the backstory of how it all started for Kasia Dent. You say you're from Poland, born and raised in Poland?
Yes, born and raised in Poland.
Tell us all about that.
Well, I came to the United States to be here only for 7 months on a visa to work in the casinos. At the time in Poland, it was a tough economic situation, so I got into this program. They brought me here. It was a scam, by the way. They really took a lot of money, and I really didn't make the money. So I was like, whoa, I had to survive, figure it out. I was on the way back to Poland, met my husband, and never went back. He was an amazing human, and I decided to really give it a chance. And
what year was this that you?
2003.
That you went back to Poland?
No, the 2003 I came here.
Oh, came here in 03. Okay.
2003 came here 22 years ago.
And how'd you meet your husband again?
I met him here
In Willimantic?
in Norwich area.
Oh,
Actually.
Norwich area. Okay.
This is where initially I stayed there for a couple of years, and I met him over there when I was already getting ready to actually leave the United States to go back to
Really?
Poland, and I never did go back because like he stole my heart. He was a man that I was like I never was really lucky to have good relationships in Poland prior to coming here. So I decided to just bet everything on one horse. And,
Put it all on black. Well, in your
yeah.
case, put it all on red. Well,
Yeah.
red and black.
both worked perfect for me.
So how did you guys meet, if you don't mind me asking?
I was a waitress working on a route 2 on the way to the casino in like a pizza place, and he was coming and staring for a couple months, just staring. Finally asked me out. He's like, "How do you do this? That you are always smiling?" You know, like, well, it's been a case since I remember. I just like, he really fell for that, and we got married a year later and had children. And we moved in here to actually Mansfield on the border, Willimantic area, like 17 years ago. So I'm still there with my children, but unfortunately he passed away from pancreatic cancer.
Oh, so sorry to hear that.
So this is really, it was really like I was not. You see me now running around and being out and about because I overcame whatever that loss really how it affected my life.
Let's get into that if you don't mind. It was the loss of your husband led to the alcohol
huge
issue.
crisis. So I did struggle with alcohol already, in Poland throughout my whole life. Father alcoholic, that kind of story. But unfortunately, I was in total denial. But when that grief took over and the loss happened, I lost control completely. I lost control of my life, of alcohol. So the 3 years it took me actually to get my together, to actually, finally take care of myself, and then started for like the 6th time. I was in 6 detoxes, and finally it clicked, and finally I was able to, right now, after 4.5 years, say that I am doing it. So for anybody out there, if I can do it, you can do it, because it's been decades actually of a struggle with addiction. And
tell us how how did you finally knew that you were getting over the hump, and you said, I got this now.
So it is unfortunate that we humans are not built that we just wake up one day and say like, well, I'm just going to do it and it works. We need external push. And I am going to be I'm an open book about a lot of stuff. And my children are teenagers now. They needed me, and I was not there. And we had like services, supportive services in our household, who really, almost said like, if you are not going to straighten yourself out, not going to take care of yourself, you're going to lose also the children. And this paralyzing thought, really got to.
And the light went off for a little wake up call.
And I'm like, bam, and then just got to work, like really intense therapy 5 times out of the week, all sorts of other form of support programs, because I was determined to finally, make it. And I also promised my rest in peace husband that I will turn my life around. So there it is. It took me 3 years, but I'm here.
Oh, what are your kids? Just want to say hi to your kids. Just give it the first names. What do you want to say hi to them?
My name, my first. My children's names, like 18-year-old is Bright, and then the 15-year-old is Kai. They are also recovering still from some challenges that, they still have. You don't see them anywhere on my posts or social media, because they are really not that, not there to be.
Right.
So sometimes people, when they say, you have kids, we didn't even know that. I am a mommy full-time. I don't work during the day. I am a mommy full-time, supporting them, their needs, running household. I'm a single widow. So I do that, and then in the evening I am entering.
You are Kasia.
Stop. Yes.
So I got to ask you, I literally just thought of this, and we've known each other for, I'd say, a little over a year now, just passing and seeing each other in town, at certain events around town. I was going to say, Kasia Dent, is that your real name?
It is. Kasia is a nickname from Katarzyna, and Dent is my husband's last name.
Because your popularity around here is through the roof. That could actually sound like a stage name.
I really just.
That could be a radio name, Kasia Dent.
Kasia Dent, right?
Yeah. I could hear her on our sister station, 998.3.
It was a nice switch from like when I came to United States. I was Katarzyna Lewandowska. So it's like we're talking about spelling for 20 minutes.
I'll call you
right?
Kasia.
So Kasia's just it's like a nickname that my parents and my family in Poland, everybody calls me. So I appreciate that.
So tell us how, has it been about a year or two? How did this, what do you say, the stuff you do in the evening? Because you said you're a full-time mom during the day.
Right.
and then it's time to really let loose at night. Was
Yeah.
it how far back does it go? And how did you wake up one day saying, "I'm just going to go out and start dancing and,
Yeah.
and mingling with people"? How did that all?
It did come with actually the recovery work because for the clarity that getting out of the monster claws of addiction, when you open your eyes and you actually realize how beautiful the world is, right? So like this immediate need is like, I'm gonna go check this out. I'm gonna go there. I want to be there. Oh my God, music works, miracles, So
So
looking,
mainly it was being around music and people.
yeah,
One day you just said, I got to get out and do something in the evening because you love what you do during the day, being with your kids
right,
and so on and so forth. But it was just music and people. Now I
right,
got to ask you this: recovering alcoholic, being in those in the bar scene,
yeah.
there had to be
Yes.
some points where we're going,
There
it had to
is-
be kind of tough, right?
It is for a lot of people in recovery a triggering environment, so not everybody can do this. I've learned that what works for me is to understand my reason for being there. I am no longer there for booze. I am no longer there for that part. Like I focus strictly on music, on on learning and growth in that area. So somehow within I am connected to my support daily with the AA support, for example. With that, like a lot of support in my life, I can do it, and I feel so grounded and so really focused on growth. And then it's just, and every time there's like a tool that like every time that I'm thinking like if I would be to ever even like touch that, I'm allergic to alcohol, because that's what addiction is. Your body is allergic to substance. Once you put like a drop in it, you see that within like a month or two your life is gone, because I already tried that many times. Just one drop,
Did you?
and you're gone. And I've learned that from my own examples and from my own mistakes. So it really is. It's not no longer like in a picture for me. And then the music is happening a lot of times, in bar scenes and
I got to give you a lot of credit because I don't know if anybody's had you on to actually hear your story. Again, we're with Kasia Dent here, episode 120 of Hometown Threads on 14 WILI 95.3 FM, Willimantic Today, Facebook, Spectrum 192. Brought to you by Liberty Bank, Be Community Kind. And as many times as people, we see your face all the time, as I said earlier, puts a smile on everyone's faces. But hearing your story, I don't know if this is the first time you've actually been this open about what you've been through. You're a tremendous inspiration just hearing all this. This is incredible.
well, because like I thought, like if I'm going to be really talking about it very honestly and openly, I overcame shame that comes with it. I overcame guilt. I mean, sometimes I have to do it over and over again. Like every day, sometimes the guilt comes back and it's like, you're human.
How do you
did the
control
best
you got to
could.
tell yourself, right?
There's tools that I'm learning to understand and to forgive myself, understanding I didn't know any better that this is an illness and very very it's a sickness, right? So like the things that I've done in my past and I took accountability for, I apologize, I own it, and then I can only control from what's from here, right? Like from now on to the
And
future.
I'm sure the people you've met along the way over the past few years, has it been a few years since you've been doing the evening
Yeah, like
thing?
almost a
or-
couple years. Yeah.
Evening, I guess we call it the evening weekend gigs, right? Where you're
Yeah.
out. Okay, so it's been about 3 years, and the people along the way have also probably helped you inside. With
Yes,
this whole
and there's
recovery.
a variety. There's those who remind me who I don't want to be anymore. There's those who inspire me, and I'm focused on that. But it's just that every day is like a learning process. I learn new things. I use the tools that I have in my toolbox now. But I also I am craving connection because I was very isolated for the longest time. Being around community and people makes me happy, so I just go after that. I follow my heart, and this is where I feel the most myself as an extreme extrovert. It's
Really?
just
You're an extrovert?
a little bit. Like I get
But
energy from
you
being
are what
around
we
people.
needed too, because there's so many great people that do so many great things in this community. As you know, you and I both know a lot of these people. And well, Jay Matt Rupar is one of them. There's a lot of just around town. Chris Beaudry, Chris Grant. God, I'm leaving so many people out. There's just so many people out. Oh, stop.
I had you on the radar for the longest time. I was like, who is this guy with such energy?
I was
and-
honored the night you showed up. I think it was about a year ago. You showed up at Trolley Pub Trivia. I was like, oh, look. Must be doing something right. Kasia's showing up at my gig.
I
here,
want to be where you're at, because this is like I'm
Well,
attracted
and
to
that's
people
what-
who have that energy.
Same thing where
right?
they see you, like, oh, what did I miss? Kasia's there. You look at social media, going, oh, I didn't know that was going on. Or you do. You also not only you're not at events, but you're also letting people know what's coming. You know, oh, I wonder if Kasia's going to go. I want to go, or that kind of thing. You know?
This is great because like I find social media as such an amazing tool. It could be a trap, you know, when we use it for other things.
Don't forget about radio too. Your local radio station, but you know
that's true.
But you know, as far as social media in the community, you're absolutely right. There's you have to, you know,
with people having a phone in their hand all day long, like there's like this addiction that we developed to phone, and I'm glad that also radio is there too. Because, you know, like we also can find you there.
And that's
this
why
is how I found you. You know?
I use social media to help promote stuff with the radio, both stations too, WILI and I-98.3. Right. But what is, God, there's so many questions I have for you, and I'm probably going to run out of time before you know it. But what was the first, okay, let's go back to when it first started.
I will tell you what inspired me to get out more with music. I was in a relationship with a local musician, and we separated, but he brought instruments to my house, and he brought blues. His name is Barry House Bill. Hi, Barry House Bill! He brought a lot of, you know, inspiration. So I started singing and learning how to play the guitar and connecting with other musicians because that was kind of like my trigger also.
Okay, before we get into music and entertainment, because tell us what you did for jobs as far as leading into and then leading into what you do now around the community.
In Poland, I was working in accounting and finance, and I was like laid off. I ended up coming here for work. Here, I was at the beginning waitress, and then later with different banks, Bank of America, Liberty Bank, bank in town right here. It was just an amazing. I loved that job so much, but I had to quit because of my husband's diagnosis. And since then, I haven't worked because I had to take care of the children. And my children struggled, and there was a lot of, you know, medical problems.
They must be so proud of you now, though. What you've,
yeah, I know.
You're like a public figure. They must look at you like.
I have to say it's a relief because, you know, the first 3 years after my husband passed away, I was really not proud of myself, and they were not proud of me. And I was able to turn it around, learn, and earn their trust all over again. And right now, they think that I'm the coolest mom ever.
Are people going up to your kids going, is Kasia your mom? Can she sign something for me?
Well, I have to tell you guys, this is like really cool that like I have like my children's friends, my Kai's friends, they're like, oh, can I talk to you? They really want to talk to me, and they like want to see what I'm wearing. It's just fun stuff, and I'm so really excited.
And you always dress for any occasion. Doesn't matter.
As I said, I show it at
like
my
I didn't
best.
expect you to, you know, I thought, okay, you know, this is just a radio / social media interview, but look at this.
Well, red is like a Polish color.
Every
right?
day is a party for Kasia. Every day.
It is.
Day or
this
night.
is the way to live, man. Because there's no other way. Like we live only once, right? Tomorrow
That's
is not
what I
promised.
hear. Right?
Listen, I've learned from from losing my husband when he was on his deathbed. He said like, and what did I have out of this life? I worked, and then I have nothing to show for me. He did have show for it because we have a wonderful house and everything I have is thanks to him. But just that sadness that he was leaving with, like I don't. So this is kind of like a trauma response, or like, you know, learning from that. Like tomorrow is not promised.
I've lived by that every day.
Right, and I can tell
that every day.
because this is like.
And you know what? You open up two gifts every day. Your eyes.
Right.
So another way to look at things.
Oh,
so.
This is amazing. We have to do that.
So back to the entertaining and all that. So about 3 years. It's roughly 3 years ago, right? You started getting out and doing the evening thing. Where did it all, like, is there a particular place, maybe not around here, maybe it was another town, where it all really got the ball rolling for you? Was it Hungry Tiger?
Hungry
Is that
Tiger?
Where it started?
Yes, because I went there for
Manchester?
I was introduced to this place, and this was the first place that I decided to just go and check it out. And then the people there, there's like musicians who play blues or rock or art and music for 30-something years. So they taught me a lot. They played songs that I've learned how to sing from the phone first, and they encouraged me just to be myself. And this is where I discovered, like, let's just go and do it.
So these musicians, some that you just mentioned, basically, because I've seen you up there, of course, Third Thursday, just about a month or so ago. The last Third Thursday, you freaking rocked it right outside the station. So these musicians helped you, like, sing and showed you because you can't just wake up and get out of bed and say, I'm going to go sing on stage. I mean, you could dance, you do it all.
I did get out of my mom's womb already dancing and singing.
Okay,
it is like something that
so
was
you have
on my
sung
heart.
in the past before this whole recovery
We sang like karaoke with my husband twice per week at home.
Because you actually look like you've been performing for like forever.
That's what I was born. I have a feeling that this was just what I was going to do. It was just never happening. It just was no time for it. You know how like certain things just like
And this is what you were called to do. You got to be thinking that now, like, because are you out every night? By the way,
no, right now I was limited to like once per week, twice per week. Where I was working on some like acoustic stuff at home more.
when do you decide? How do you decide to go out? I'm sorry to keep.
It is actually just really according to like the levels of energy and projects that are showing up or not. Open mics, we're connecting with different people. It kind of just flows.
So
like,
you decide
daily.
on your own. Ooh, that looks good. I'm going to go there. So it's just all. You must have people reaching out to you now, Kasia. Can you come here? You've got to have people be reaching out to you.
There's
now.
my friends who are always going to be like, "Are you coming or are you
They want
going?"
you to-
You know, they kind of like appreciate definitely. You know, this is like the most rewarding thing I think. You know, like when your friends really appreciate what I bring as far
Well,
as the
she's a
energy.
star on social media too, so I can see why you.
I just don't know. Like it's just I have to tell you, like this is. I don't have attachment to the outcome. I don't have attachment to numbers. I just live one day at a time, doing and it's kind of like unfolding and then how this led me to actually also meet amazing people here in town. I have to mention that because this is a beautiful part of my life that just started is entering Wilmantic Lions Club, the biggest organization, volunteering nonprofit.
You
in
just
the whole
joined the
world.
Lions, yeah.
And they are like I did a couple things with them, but the biggest one that is coming up right now, I wanted to mention and invite everybody to Wilmantic. This is the Elks Lodge at 198 Pleasant Street in Wilmantic, November 9th, 2025.
Chris just come in and he cut a commercial last week for
It's
this.
a pancake breakfast, and Chris is doing I already posted something on Facebook, Wilmantic Lions, pancake breakfast and food drive. We're going to be collecting non-perishable food items for the Convenant Soup Kitchen, and 7:30 to 11, November 9th.
So again, November 9th, this goes on every year. As Kasia just mentioned, she'll be there. Chris Gray, you'll be hearing his voice. He just came in to cut the commercial last week for the pancake breakfast and food drive, November 9th at the Wilmantic Elks Lodge, 198 Pleasant Street, 7:30 to 11 a.m. And let me tell you, the Lions Club pancake breakfast, no joke, no joke. You'll be there. I hang out there for the entire time. It's so many great people that I know, as well as you do, that are members of the Lions.
Amazing people in the club, and then also
My dad's a Lion. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he started out way back. He's not that active anymore. My father was he was a very active Lion for years in Wilmantic. So
that's great, and this is a place for people who really want to do good and don't know how. Join, come, let's talk, right? Because it's the more the merrier, and at the same time, like I think I found a place how to utilize that positive energy, not only just for entertaining, but to actually do good things. So perfect for me.
I got a few more questions. Yeah, I know, Matt. We're getting ready to wrap it up. Thank you. As we get ready to put a wrap on. Episode 120 of Hometown Threads, brought to you by Liberty Bank. Be community kind here on WILI. I got to ask you a couple. I'm going to try and sneak these in real quick here. My first question is, what has been your favorite? You've been to so many places around here. Yeah. What's been your favorite thing to do? And I kind of forgot. I'll get back to my other question. What's been your favorite thing to perform at or to be at?
Well, Chris Baudry, thank you so much for giving us River Room. It's a venue behind Trigo and
right next door to the station, 50 Riverside Drive. Chris has done a tremendous job of that.
Yeah, he's just this visionary who brings so much. He's right now actually running the Renaissance organization for the whole cultural life in Wilmantic. But the River Room is my Tuesday once per month open mic that I feel over there, like that stage. Oh my God! And then also every show, every weekend, there's a high-class entertainment, world-class musician.
And you do a lot of video work, social media work for him, which I know Chris appreciates that as well.
I love doing that because this is like my way of supporting the venue, spreading like how many wonderful things are happening in the world, right? Supporting musicians, because I know that's very important. Musicians work so hard to make our life more beautiful. So let's just show them around and introduce the world to as many people as we can. You know how wonderful it is to witness all that.
Now, one more quick question. I swear we'll wrap it up here. Well, the producers gave me the what are you talking about? What do you rather do, the social media aspect or the performing? I think I know the performing, because you're so good at the social media thing too.
This is all kind of connected, like I love performing, I love supporting, so I balance them. I'm on both sides. Like I love supporting local businesses, musicians, friends, recognizing amazing things in the world, and then I also love performing. That's another, it's a balance of both. Makes me happy.
You're unbelievable at everything you do. Is it okay to, we just plugged the Lions Club Pancake Breakfast. If you don't want to plug, this is okay. But are you plugging people to reach out to you for a part of your requests or not? Or do you not-
Absolutely.
Well, go ahead. How do people get a hold of you?
I also do have a photo booth business that I'm called Prop Queen Photo Booth, and I'm also available Prop Queen account or my Kasia Dent account on Facebook if you ever need a prop queen.
Prop Queen and Kasia Dent. That's Kasia. Then
This is
D-E-N-T.
my side hustle that I am like throwing, like I'm invited for events or community events or private parties, props, backdrops, music, name it. Let's have fun, kind of a motto. And this is my side hustle. And then for the pancake breakfast, please also reach out to me, Kasia Dent, Facebook or Instagram, or Wilmantic Lions page that Chris actually created today. So yes.
Or I'm sure you'll just see her around town.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Keith. Oh my God.
Great to
this was
finally have you in here. Kasia Dent, you see her all over the place.
I love you, Wilmantic.
She's a...
Kocham moich polskich ludzi, wszystkich pozdrawiam. Oh, I forgot this, look.
Oh.
We had this.
Oh, I forgot to...
We're going to take a picture.
We'll take a picture.
All right.
All right, so thank you, Kasia. She's a tremendous performer, entertainer, a star on social media, and an inspiration. Kasia Dent, our guest, episode 120 of Hometown Threads on 14 WILI 95.3 FM. Brought to you by Liberty Bank B Community Kind. Thank you to J. Matt Rupar. Thank you to Liberty Bank. That's it, right, Matt? I think all right. In the words, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And the words of the great Roddy McCumber.
Bye for now, folks. Bye for now.
And that concludes another edition of Hometown Threads. Got a story for Keith? Reach out to him on Facebook by searching Keith C. Rice or email him at krice@hallradio.net. Don't forget to tune in next week on 14 WILI and 95.3 FM, as well as the Willimantic Today page on Facebook.